Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and this is going to be your September 2023 reading for your North Node by sign and house. Now, this is going to be a special report reading, which I'll get into in a moment. But if you're new to the channel, the reason I use the North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign in readings is it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's your soul path. It's what you're here to learn and experience in this lifetime. And so you have much more in common with those that share your North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign. So it's much more accurate and relevant in tarot readings. Now, getting on to the special report. All of the astrology is pointing to the fact that between now, September 2023, throughout the end of this year, and then through 2024, there are going to be really great changes happening on the world stage within the collective. Depending on what country you're in, I mean, it's going to be a worldwide thing. My intuition is pointing to this, and also a lot of the astrology is pointing to this. So the reason for this reading is this is to help keep you on path for you, for your individual North Node. Because what can happen a lot is we all have our individual soul paths that we're experiencing day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. But there is also a collective path that we're all on. For example, everyone listening to this reading right now experienced the year 2020 along with me and everybody else up until now. Okay, if you're watching this reading, you did. So we experienced that whole situation as a collective, but we also experienced it individually with our own soul path. And that's what these readings are geared toward. They're geared toward keeping you on your path, because no matter what happens in the collective, although we are affected by it, we have to achieve our best life and our optimal timeline with our soul path and not get distracted by what's going on, because there are going to be some major changes in the next 16 months on the world stage. And so this reading is reflecting what each North Node by sign and house is going to focus on and what they're going to learn during this period of time. So that's why, again, it is a special report reading. Now, you're going to want to watch two videos. You're going to want to watch one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. Okay? So with that, let me connect to the energies and then we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see and hear this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, Virgo North Node or North Node in the 6th house. This is going to be your September 2023 special tarot reading. Okay, so this spread is the spread that represents not only September, but for the next 16 months, and kind of like what are the themes and things that you are going to be experiencing that to keep you on your personal soul path, besides what's going on in the collective. Now, on your overall theme card is you got the Three of Swords reversed. And when I saw this card, and based on what I'm seeing here, is I'm seeing, Virgo North Nodes or North Node in the 6th house, that the next 16 months is really for you overall about healing. emotional healing, and even for some of you, physical healing at the same time. So either or both type of a thing. And so I feel like this period of time is what you're mainly going to be working on is, overall in your life, healing all sorts of wounds. Now, on your timeline cards, you've got the Seven of Pentacles, you've got the Ace of Cups reversed, you've got the Two of Cups, and you've got the King of Wands reversed. Now, the main thing here is that what I'm seeing, and this is interesting because I'm seeing that there's going to be patience that's going to be required for you the next 16 months, that it's going to pay off to wait for things to grow and develop in your life. Here's what I mean by that, because one of the I guess you could say attributes of Virgo and the sixth house, as well as, Pisces, which is your south node in the 12th house, is there are themes of uh, patience and impatience, going on. And what's happening here is, first and foremost, what's going to really help you is being patient with yourself and others. But in particular, it's allowing things to develop over a period of time. So when we get on to the other timeline cards here, you've got the reversed Ace of Cups and you've got the Two of Cups. And I'm feeling like there are relationships in your life that are here now, but also ones from your past that are requiring patience and adjustment period and coming to terms with them. And I see it being a very positive thing. I see like older relationships healing happening with those, where it's almost like you're seeing them in a new light during this period of time. You're seeing things, in a new light, why it took place the way it did. And it's with the Ace of Cups reversed, I do see that, yes, there could be some challenges as far as kind of some like deep seated emotions bubbling to the surface. You could already be feeling that, okay? You could be seeing those in your dreams, or like, reliving old things. But as I said, this is part of the healing process. I also see with this Two of Cups here that I see that there are going to be relationships in your life, whether they be romantic, whether they be family, friends, even like work situations. I feel healing is going on there. Okay, there's going to be healing that is going to take place, and it's it's ongoing. Now, with the reversed King of Wands, I see this as two things. I see that this represents people in your life, and they could be male or female, and not necessarily a fire sign, which wands normally represent fire signs, but it represents healing a wound uh, from someone in your life, whether in the past or the current. I think this is actually like a person that this is taking place. And this could be something that is going to take place over the next 16 months. So it's something that may have not occurred yet, okay? The other thing that the King of Wands is saying reversed is, this is really tapping into um, your ability to ground yourself in the present moment type of a thing. It's like one of the things that is helping you to move into a more like solid, structured life, a life that is more kind of happy and predictable in a good way, is kind of tapping into like calming some of the emotional charge that's in you. A lot of you have like a natural like emotional charge. And the interesting thing is normally cups, and water signs like Pisces, like your south node, um, refer to, emotions. But in this case, also wands do. But it's more of like an internal type of a burning desire or fire, where it's like you went down the road a lot of times with various relationships, and it was because of, even though it was emotional, it was like this kind of like burning desire or this yearning. And so what's happening with this reversed king is, if it's not referring to an actual person or situation in your life, it's referring to that energy that's being kind of calmed down. Because once that energy is calmed down, you'll be able to have the patience to like see clearly of what's going on. So it's almost like, think of like when your south node is in Pisces or the 12th house if you're watching this video. What happens when you put fire and water together? It creates steam, okay? It creates like mist. And so it's hard to see clearly with that. And so when you turn the fire, the internal fire down a bit, you're not getting that steam, and you're able to have, you're not getting boiling water and steam. You're able to see things clearly. So that's kind of, if that makes sense, that's what is going on here. But just remember, all you have to do during this period of time is have patience with yourself and others. Allow yourself to go through this healing, and allow yourself to accept the healing that's coming in. Now, what are your advice cards? You've got the Five of Wands reversed, and you've got the Four of Swords. Now, one of the things that could be taking place, that could be a challenge, is during this period of time, as I said before, this king, reversed king of wands, could represent an actual person or situation. And with the reversed five of wands, this is kind of like, it could be like a scuffle or scuffles, like a major scuffle that takes place, um, that is going to require you to navigate that in some way, and heal it in some way. Okay. And so that's what this is representing. And what you want to do, again, you have another card of patience, is you've got this Four of Swords, which is a card of calm repose, of meditation. Remember, one of your gifts that you have with your Pisces South Node, or your Pisces 12th house, is most of you have this gift of, you know, compassion, connecting to your spirit, connecting to the spirits of others. And that that's really what you want to tap into. I feel like during this period of time, the next 16 months, there are going to be gifts from your Pisces South Node and your 12th house South Node that are going to come into play, that you'll be able to utilize. Because you don't want to give up on all of your South Node tendencies, okay? And this is where it can play out, that gift of, patience, of, meditation, of approaching things from especially a compassionate, viewpoint. And, while this is all going on, remember that, as I said, there are going to be major things going on the next 16 months for all of us on the collective. What's important for us is for us to stay personally on our path and not get overly distracted by what's going on around us. And that's not always easy. But for you, big time, it's all about healing. It's all about being grounded and creating your best life this next 16 months, especially through the healing process. And if you watch this channel on a regular basis, you know one of the most difficult north nodes is North Node in Virgo or the 6th house. I know that a lot of you have gone through some really intense things in life, and in past lives you definitely have gone through some intense things. So it can be one of the more challenging ones, but just remember, hopefully, that these tips I'm giving you, and kind of as a heads up, remember, just be patient as you're going through this healing process and you'll be fine. Calm down that fiery energy in you so the watery side of you is not boiling to a steam, and you can keep those waters calm so you can see and feel and understand things from a calm place. But anyway, yeah, make it a great time in September and the next 16 months. We're all going to go through it together as a collective, but as I said, be strong throughout this, because I feel at the end of this you're going to be a stronger, more healed person for going through all of this. Okay. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you and you found some value in it. If you would like your own personal life path reading, where I look at your astrological chart through evolutionary astrology, there's going to be a link in the description box below. Or if you just have a situation you want looked at where I can pull some tarot cards, I'd be happy to do that too. So all of the information on the readings I offer is in the link below. So check that out. If you could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. And reach out, say hi to me in the comments. Let me know how you liked the reading and how it affected you. So with that, I'll say thank you. We'll see you on some more readings. Many blessings.